Don't you do that. Don't you swipe me. I got good stuff today. I'm just playing with you. Hello. Welcome to the Overtron Chatter. I'm here with you this early morning in the Deep South to recap Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 2. I don't even know if it's got a title or not, but I don't know why I'm starting off with this, but for oddly enough, in my head, I'm remembering Stormy talking to Mel, just acting so needy. Um, I'm recalling, I'm recalling Stormy seeing Melody at at Kimmy's event, and she's like, "Let me talk to you for a minute. I was trying to call you, and then that number ain't work, and this and that, and this and that." So they started with, excuse me, coffee. They started with that DM stuff, sliding my DMs. I don't think you supposed to be my friend. And this is what I gotta say. What you wanted, Stormy? Nothing. Like, how you was jumping on her about petty shit. Like, when it's like at the reunion, your room was next to my room. And you ain't say nothing to me. So Mel said, I didn't know at the reunion your room was next to my room. But this is what I don't understand. If y'all room right together and you wanted to talk to Mel, why the fuck you ain't get up and go over there and say hi, Mel? Why you counting the hours that y'all in the room next to each other? That mean you petty. Yeah, you some work to be a friend. And then you said something else to her about what did you say? You said something about, oh, you said, no, Mel said, I did say something. I said you look nice. And she said something about, well, it had been after 10 hours. Whatever. But this is what I want to know. Forget all that shit, the shit I can't remember and then I can't. All this work you doing to get in touch with me, what the fuck did you want? You had so much information from me that when you finally see my ass, this is what you want to talk about. Next. Okay. At the end of this conversation, looked like Mel ain't think nothing else about it. I'm just saying. She said next too. Okay, and then the scene I have in my head is Kimmy. That's not the name, Marcus. Marcus, Marcel, Melanie. There's too many damn M's in there. So anyway, I want to say, I want to say, I don't like their interactions together. Her and her husband. I think that. Where's the camera? I think that it just seems so fake and contrite to me. Yeah. Like it seemed rehearsed. Like, why y'all laying around here? First of all, when she comes sit down next to him, he's like, where you been? Why you breathing out hard? She said, because I had to pack my bag. If you so concerned about her and want her being no party and shit, or had no event, and you want her to rest and shit, why you ain't packing her bag for her? Why is you sitting down in the living room? Only thing you said that was worth a damn was when she said, I was thinking about going ahead and cook us some dinner so I can have something to eat when we get back from having surgery tomorrow. And he say, you don't gotta do that, just sit down. She trying to tell you that when she get home she might have an appetite. She wanna go ahead and make a couple meals. So you'll have something to eat and she'll have something to eat. So when she actually asks to go make her something to eat, it won't be no big deal. But what you said was this. Don't make nothing. Sit down. What you should have said was, what you need for me to get you for the hospital? What shit you need? Now let you check this bag, make sure I got everything. And what you think you feel like eating when you come home. Something light, I'll make sure I got something for you. I take care if I went to bed. And you just sitting there rubbing your feet with your pajama lounging pants on, talking about and I guess I got a little attitude with you too. I think his name is Marcus, one of them M's, when he says that, yeah, Martell need to get it together because he double-minded. He could be double-minded all he want. It's obvious that Mel has just had enough of that she done. It ain't no nothing. I don't really want to. Let me finish with Kimmy and them. I don't like that he was like, he need to figure out what he want. One day he love Mel, one day he hate Mel, which is true when you're going to do a divorce. That's true. Especially if it's one your ass ain't want. That's true. I didn't want a divorce. And you just don't realize that if you're in love with somebody now, you got a husband or boyfriend, you just can't believe somebody you love so much that y'all barely can't stand and look at each other no more. It's like, and then there's stuff that we do to each other. It's like a betrayal. It's just ridiculous. Well, anyway, they sitting around talking about Mel and what they think she should do, and then, you know, I ain't really like that Marcus did that little dig and shit. But let me stay focused. What am I trying to say here? I don't like Marcus. And he need to sit around and worry about his own damn marriage, because I think Kimmy is a better spouse to him than he is to her. Yeah. And why he sitting around talking about them? So anyway, he goes, a woman scorned. She passed scorned. Mel, to me, is past scorned. Not meaning she works. She just don't give a fuck about Martell, about how he feel. None of that. She's sick of him. And she's just sick of him. So anyway, when Marcus says, oh yeah, that woman's going shit, I didn't like that. And then I thought it was messed up because he said he was watching. Kimmy said she talked to Martell. And he said, they were just talking about, you know, relationships, your go-to person, how she happy that she got Marcus to talk to, whatever. And he was like, yeah, he really missed it. He really, really misses it, right? So she said, I think he having buyer's remorse, which is true. I think you suffer it. I think you suffer it. So everybody can tell that he want her back, but he pretend like he don't want her back. And don't he know that's why she don't want to fuck with him no more. Because Melanie just realized how fake, you know, when you get out of the situation, you see that you ain't had no business being there. Because this nigga ain't got no builder's license. He don't really know how to talk. He can't really get no speech. Only thing he do is look good in clothes, and he don't even look that good to clothes to me no more. All his shit too tight. Well, he about to bust out his shit like Clark Kent to me. I don't like men clothes to fit. I don't like nobody clothes to fit tight, men or women. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. Oh yeah, Marcus said he watched Martell. That was Mel. Marcus said he watched Martell walk Mel outside to her Mercedes G-Wagon. And, oh, damn him. And when he came back, he said his face was just looking like, he said, man, his face was so long. He said, so I just looked at him and laughed and was like, it's cold out there, huh? Meaning that, you know, Mel was short with him. She didn't even want him walking to the damn door a lot. She didn't want him walking nowhere. He was begging to walk her. And then he killed me with this. When he tells her, in his confession, he says, Mel knows that I'm a gentleman, and I'm, you know, that's just how I am. Then he's not no gentleman. Gentlemen don't cheat on their wife. Gentlemen don't step the women in their face. Gentlemen don't do that petty shit you was doing back and forth. Don't do shit like drag your kids all around and this and that and another thing. That's not no gentleman. That's not a gentleman. putting your hands on folks allegedly, not a gentleman. Always trying to fight when you don't like what somebody say, allegedly. That's not a gentleman, sir. I'm sorry. Only thing make you a gentleman is nothing. So you can just skip that. Your ass just a man. And I was trying to figure out, I ain't even like no Martell hater. I ain't even on Melanie's side. I ain't gonna tell you no truth. I don't really care for her. I don't even know why she's a fan favorite. Her voice kind of irritates me a little bit because it's whiny. I know I got problems with mine, but we ain't fucking talking about me. We're talking about her. And 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 I think it's because I progressed in my process of processing my divorce better than her. Because I remember the stage that she at. The stage that she is that when you are involved, like I was married to my ex-husband for, I knew him for almost 30 years. I was married to him for like 27, 28, I think. Yeah, like 28. And you know, our lives are intertwined with his people and my people. We got the same friends and blah, blah, blah. And when everybody around you know that your nigga ain't shit except you, but they grinning and smiling on your face, eating dinner with you, and, you know, laughing and he, and they know that about you. It make you not, it do something to your trust. You don't want to fuck with people. You don't want, because you don't know, because this person that you feel that betrayed you, or you're on this spot, you can't believe that, because this you got babies and bills and arguments and fights and illness and death and life and birth and disappointments and celebrations, and then you just a wall. And so it make you, when you ain't gotta fuck with people, you don't fuck with people. I'm just telling you. And for some people, I think it's longer than others. This is worse, where, and social media make it worse, because now it travels. I think I sound like I'm mad at him, but I ain't mad at him, because I've been both people. I've been the person, the wife that was cheated on, and I've been the mistress. Is what that mistress? Can you be a mistress and be married, and the person you fucking with married too? I know it sounds like a hoe, don't it? I wasn't no hoe. I mean, I ain't sleep around. But, you know, I just tell you this. If I had not have indulged while I was waiting for him to act right or do whatever, and just like waiting for him just to be, wanting to really be like a husband, waiting for him, waiting for him like to be like a husband. Waiting for him, stop, boy, I'm recording. Let me do this. If I would have waited for him to act like a husband and ain't do nothing with nobody, been no mistress, just stayed in the house cooking and taking care of his kids, and then he came home and asked me for a divorce because he was wanting to marry one of my friends, because that's what happened. He divorced me and married one of my friends. And I just been just waiting like an old church lady, waiting for him to straighten up and fly right after he done ran all his goods, you know, somebody done came in here, so I gotta watch how I talk. But if I just sit around waiting, obedient like you're supposed to, I probably would have. That would have been over, yeah. Because I love deep. So I will say he turned me into something that I thought I would never be. Yeah, but I had to do that to save myself. Because for me, and it might be the same way for Melanie too, my self-esteem was tied in my husband and my family. And when I was believing stuff was one way, he was making me, and I wasn't believing it because I wanted to. They'd be helping you with the not being truthful and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out how I feel about Melanie. I still have, excuse me. Oh, oh, yeah, that's something beautiful. I'm sorry. That's my grandson. He just be loving on me to death. Um, what I wanted to say that he just made me German. Anyway, I behaved myself. I'm glad that I didn't, because if I had to behave myself and then he came, wanted to do right later on, then you know, oh my God, my grandson's breaking my concentration. Let me get back to what I was saying, because I couldn't speak the way I wanted to. If I'd been an obedient wife and waited for him to wanna act right and like not go to the clubs and not be a mistress and not indulge myself in things, it probably would have killed me. Yeah, because when you're in love with somebody, your self-esteem, when they don't, you know, well, I mean, went through counseling and everything. You keep watching my channel, you'll find out more and more about it. Let me get out of here because I've been here for 16 minutes and I ain't said shit about nothing that's worth nothing. So anyway, he walked Mel outside to the car and she don't want to be bothered. Even before she leaves, she tells him, I wish you would respect my wishes. I wish that you would just not do that. You know what I'm saying? If I ask you not to do some shit, just don't do it. But of course, Martell don't listen. That is why you are by yourself, dude. You keep telling her that you this different person. I'm going to counseling and I'm doing this. But you're only doing that shit because you're trying to get her back. You're not doing it to get yourself better for you. You doing it to try to get your wife back, but she not going back to you. She done had enough. And I think you did a betrayal that, like mine, he couldn't come knock on the door after 30 years and 3 kids. Today, if he knocked on this door, he'll get knocked the fuck out. Yeah, don't come here. Yeah, and I don't hate him. I just don't want to fuck with you. Yeah. So anyway, we just keep it moving. So, like I said, I think he having a little bit of buyer's remorse. And so it ain't no Marcus, it ain't no he double-minded. Because you make it sound like Martell got an option. And he might, but she ain't one of them. So we're just going to let that be what it is. And then they got a scene with Martell is crashing Chris Fletcher and Nell's date night. Well, he don't know that he crashed until I guess till he show up. But Mr. Fletcher, Mr. Chris invited him out because he just, you know, want to talk to him and catch up. So when Martell gets there, the wife and them are there. It's their date night, and she's surprised. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Miss Nell, like, she irritated. Like, God, I'm gonna see this peanut head ass. What's going on now? Same old shit. Talk about the same. Because that's how it be when you going through a divorce and you the person that don't want to let go. Everybody you could listen, you tell that shit to. So, you know, she don't really want to hear it. So she asking about, well, you know, you talking about Mel, but you introduced her to Sheree. He's like, oh yeah, Sheree's a good woman. But like I said, instead of him being upfront with his shit, like when they said Mel, he should just say that shit. Yeah, I want my family back. I want her back. I fucked up. Ain't no we made mistakes. No, I fucked up. I just not even just cheated. I brought a whole baby. So he just ain't ready to be honest about nothing. Because everything he doing is to get back with her. The only reason why he messing with Sheree, I think, for 2 reasons. Both of them. Bag, one, keep them relevant. And he just a nigga that don't know how to be by himself. See, when he in the scene with a woman, he with his mama. Anyway, when he was sitting there with Nell and them, he was talking about how upset he was that Mel got like 20 people watching them, and how her brother came the town to keep the kids for 2 days, and he was in town. And he don't understand how come when one parent can't be with that parent that they can't have that time. I think it's selfish, and the kids need all the stability. And I just next. That's you forget we seen the other seasons. What about them weeks when you don't come pick them up and you supposed to? What about them weeks, Martell? What about the reason why the fuck they gotta have a different babysitter? Because they was home under the roof with their mom and their daddy. Yep. And then I can remember with scenes and episodes where she was still working outside the home. She was taking care of the kids, and you wasn't around saying she was working, but she was probably really allegedly with that lady named Ariana making babies. Then during COVID, when you want to spend so much time with your kids, why the fuck would you with that side piece and in the gym? You wasn't thinking about your family then. Look at all them times you wasted being selfish. And even now, the only reason why you want to do this thing with the kids is because anywhere you can be in this whiny ass woman life, you want to be in it. Kids. I mean, like the whole shit with the kids getting the iPhone. Come on. They too young for a phone for Christmas. You mean you want them to have a phone so you'll know where their mama at when they with you? And from what I hear, it look like you can't really afford to fuck with your kids like that, so you should just leave her alone. But I felt bad for Melly because I didn't know she see her kids every other week. My youngest son is 23, and I can't stand when I don't see him for 9 days, and he don't live but 20 minutes away, so I don't know. You got to find you something else to pick with, to me, Martell. And then, what did they talk about? Oh, I know I said something. I think that, I guess if I was going to get divorced, I'm glad the way that we did it. We didn't do that shit with he didn't divorce me when my kids was underage. I don't know if that was up, so I wouldn't get child support. Or, because he divorced me our youngest son's senior year. And that's the one that's autistic, so he didn't graduate from school till he was like 20. So, yeah. Well, anyway, there's no fuckery in this, He don't even talk to his kids, so I'm glad he waited till they was old enough to see how shitty he was as a daddy. Well, anyway, I'm glad we ain't had to mess with that. Like I said, our oldest is 35 and my youngest is 23 now, so it's been a minute. Like I said, to me, he was never around. He wasn't around. When he had time, he was always with his boys and shit down there at Credit One, at the little boys' night house, and at that girl house, hanging with her, and just all over the place. But he wasn't home worrying about them damn kids. She was home worrying about the kids. And let's get to Tisha. Oh, Letitia. I did not care for her either. Oh, why the fuck do I watch this show? I don't feel like nobody on here. I don't like her. She's like I got a side sniper show off. Yeah, it's like, okay, it's like when she walked into Black to have that meeting with her cousin or niece or whoever, and the dude she had never met, he was attractive, little bright thing, but he was cute to me. She was like, "Hi, I'm Letitia Holt." I don't know if she said her name or not. And he introduced herself. They shook hands. She's like, "Oh, I know she on finance on the payroll." Anyway, and then she like a stuffed sausage. Everything she look all everybody shit on she just look like she's tight. Like she need to, I don't know, maybe because I'm old, I got to have my stuff that fits me comfortably, because I just don't like all that tightness. I just can't do it no more. Anyway, when the cousin walk in, the cousin's cute, and she comes in and Tisha got a drink. She asks for a drink. The bartender do make her a drink, and she goes. Oh, the lady, the cousin or the niece or whoever walking in, she sat down, and First thing out of Tisha's mouth is, "Oh my gosh, you look just like me," or some shit. And the girl just looked at her. And she said, "Girl, you supposed to give a compliment because I'm cute." Maybe she don't think you cute. Maybe she don't think she look like you. That's why she ain't say shit. And then the next time, "Well, you know, I just got my brokerage license." She's like, "Yes, kudos to you." Like she don't give you a chance. She just so anyway. Did you see this? Did you see Letitia's face when she offered that girl a job? And that girl was like, "Well, I don't know." She was like, immediately. Attitude just changed. As soon as you tell her bitch she can't have something she don't want, she don't wait for an explanation, and then she just start getting mad. So when her face was real round up. And anyway, the girl just looked at her and she ain't say nothing. So Tisha was, I don't know, I think just Tisha just, I don't know. So the girl was like, "Listen, I just started over here this business doing." And see, this is the thing. I think Tisha want her because she ain't that. I don't think the Tisha that good in social media, but apparently this girl is that she know what the fuck she doing when it comes up doing real estate and all that type of shit. So she want to get on her team. So the niece say, "Well, if you want to fuck with me, you gonna have to fuck with you gonna have to fuck with Kiki, because when I was in college, you and y'all both of y'all supported me." And we losing people in the family, dying, and this going on and that going on. You and her ain't talking, and I think I should broker. If I'm gonna broker some shit, I think I should broker my relationship between y'all two because I care about y'all. So Tisha was like, what can, so the girl's like, "Well, is there anything I can do?" And then she's like, "Oh, let me take a drink. I don't know if I could trust Kiki. She got to do the work because she did this to me, she did that, that, and another, and the fifth." Like, the girl playing all by herself. So anyway, they set up a date, and Kiki, the girl, sets up a date, and they are all at a kickboxing thing, which, and then you see them practicing and shit, getting the class. They punching each other. Fuck that. I'd punch one. They did good, because I'd slip and punch a bitch in the face. I'm just saying. And then we would have talked it out. So anyway, while they sitting there, they both don't realize they're trying to hash this shit out like that. They both of them got slick ass mouth. Both of them. One say something, the other one say something. So anyway, one alludes that, you did shit too. What if I said the stuff that you did? And then she was like, then Tisha looks and like, "Well, you said the stuff that I did." She said, "You heard me, and I could go dirty and say stuff about your marriage. You say shit, and you leave it open so people can create their own narrative. Let me tell you something, Tisha, and I'm going to tell you something too, Kiki. I think I'm older than y'all because I'm 57. Yeah, I'm 57. And it don't matter who the fuck you is, people will make up their own. They'll hear the whole story and still make up shit. Here's the number one. Here's one. It ain't even hard. The election that was stolen from Donald Trump. Everybody could count ballots. Everybody see the same shit. But you got one person talking enough to make you think that the election was a steal, or whatever the fuck they call it, steal or stole, or whatever. And that's what I'm saying. It don't matter. That shit was on CNN and Fox say something to somebody. It don't matter what your story is, as long as you know your story. People gonna say whatever the fuck they want. I don't even know Tisha and Martell, and I think, is his name Marshall? Whatever the fuck his name is, another one of them M's. And even what they showed me is showing me bullshit. And I thought it was bullshit between them, that their marriage was bullshit back from season 1 when Martell was like, "All y'all cheat." Now Martell is a liar. Martell is a liar. But Tisha's husband is a cheater. That's why he won't keep her ass home. Yeah, you keep her home, keep her out of that public eye, you get to do shit that you want to do. Her husband is a dog. And the reason why we're going to know he a dog, because I think next week when her ass is at the house baking cakes, he going to move somebody in her spot and take her desk next to his and hang his shit up on the wall. Allegedly. I'm just saying. So, where was I with that? So, I just don't like Tisha. So, anyway, Her and Kiki don't resolve nothing because she said Kiki still don't get it, but she don't get it either. Tisha is a hard friend. You gotta back her. You gotta do. I ain't gotta do shit. What I want her to do is keep taking kickboxing class and buy her clothes up 1 or 2 sizes up, cause you just look like you just look uncomfortable, like you wearing a wet body diaper or something. You look like a casing. Like, I like Polish sausage, I eat them, but I don't want to look like one. And I don't want to be talking about people because it's body shaming. Whatever, people shame me. I'm a little as a motherfucker. I'm like 5'4", 104 pounds, maybe, on a good day. So I get body shamed. I built like a little 12-year girl, had no breasts, no butt, no hips, no nothing, but fuck it. Don't nobody care about that, because with a man, you can have missing elbow. You still, as long as you in the pocket. And I ain't gonna keep it real with you. I'm not talking about me personally, but it's men, they ain't got no, long as you got one, you good. Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way. That self-esteem shit. I found my self-esteem. I found out whose child I am. I'm a queen. I'm a princess. I'm sorry. To a king. Yeah, I love me. I was made this way. And so were you. Well, anyway, let me hurry up and get out of here. And then, I saw Tiffany a little bit. You can tell she pregnant, man. Is her nose pregnant too? Ooh, it's pregnant. Her nose about as big as her. Both of them look pregnant in their nose. But hope she has a good pregnancy. What else did I want to say? I wanted to say that when Mel was talking to that lady, and she was talking about when she was crying a little bit about not being able to see her kids and how difficult it is. It's just, I'm glad my kids, I keep calling my kids kids. My kids are my adult children. That don't even sound right. They're adults now. But I think anytime parents divorce, no matter what age, it affects their children. And I can't identify with the fact that it's painful when that stops, when you kind of gotta explain, like how we share grandchildren, but he don't have no relationship with his grandkids, like that. And then if I'm the woman or the wife, it would fuck with me, because I'm like, I wouldn't want to be married to no man who don't have nothing to do with his own kids. Even though when I first met my husband, I was in a situation like that with the same husband. I'm telling you, we've been together for a long time. When I met him, he was in the service, and this girl said she was pregnant with his baby, and he thought it was his baby, and it wasn't his baby. After we found out, before the kid was a year old from a paternity test, it was no way that he was the father. But anyway, after that, he never talked to the little boy again. I could understand it. And the mom, I could understand that. We wasn't together. You just made a baby after dating a few times or whatever. But when you know that your kids, that they came from your wife, and they take your seed, and you just don't talk to them, I wouldn't want a man like that. I wouldn't want a man who won't have a relationship with his kids. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to leave that alone, because Martell ain't double-minded. He want Melanie back, but he can't have her back, so he don't want to be by herself. And he be all right, because I wanted mine back. And then I was like, how the fuck do I want him back? Why the fuck would I want somebody who don't want to be with me? So when that finally hit me, I was like, why the fuck am I pushing to stay with somebody who we stood in front of God together, me and him, and I'm a father, I'm telling you, I wasn't no easy wife. I talk shit, like, I'm a Candace on 4. Rat-a-tat-tat. I'm an assault weapon with the mouth. I'll crush you. Yeah. So, I had my faults too. But I had to think while I was sitting around here crying, oh, I've been together for so long and I had these babies and no, Lord, it can't be my bad. And God showed me where my thing came from, what healed me, was that I'm an only child and my mother did not completely raise me. I was raised by my aunt, and my father died when I was young, so I had issues of abandonment and rejection. So when he did that, that was like a rejection of me. But it was like the ultimate rejection. You know what I'm saying? Then, man, fuck that nigga now. But I'll just say, and it just got worse. Cause like after he divorced me, so his life got better and mine got worse. But that's what the devil wanted me to think. So that's the same thing too that Martell is seeing. It seemed like ever since he done broke off from her that she is excelling and he's not. It was just weird. Just weird. The energy was real weird. But anyway, I'm tired of talking about this shit. And I really don't like this show. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this season now because I want to see people win. I really do. And it's just I just can't take a whole season of this nigga sitting there. I mean, I heard from another channel or some own news or some kind of clip where Mel was saying that he sent her like 10 dozen of roses, red roses or some shit. I don't like he's sideways. He present one way to the people, but he really feel like this, and I was married to somebody like that, and I'm not doing this shit no more. So anyway, I'm not miserable. I'm happy. And I'm even happier because you stayed in here with me for 37 minutes listening to this bullshit, me rambling. So listen, thank you. Have a great day. And you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.